Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Chat with the Butterfly, this week's edition. My name is Ellen McDowell. I am an online marketer in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I love helping to alleviate the thought of what everybody goes through when they're marketing their business, and especially using online tools. So I am here every week with a show about one of those methods of marketing. So if you want to say hello, put in the chat, hey, Ellen, tell me where you're looking from. I'd love to say hello to each of you. Thank you so much for joining me. This week, I am going to focus on email marketing. And I keep hearing, oh, email is dead. I'm not getting any return on emails. But I would tend to disagree. If you were doing emails well, and if you are changing your habits about email marketing from what you did 5 years ago, then you can still get a very good return on the time that it takes for you to put together your emails, to send them out. And if nothing else, you're reminding people that, hey, I'm still around, I'm still in business, I'm still open, I'm here to help you. Because we are carrying these things around in our pockets, and they have, I forgot to turn my sound off. Let me make sure that I do that. We're reading our emails now, and if nothing else, they see your name in their inbox. They see your name, your business name in your inbox. So I still believe that email marketing needs to be a part of everybody's marketing that they're doing as they go through. So I wanted to share with you a application. Let's see, slides. So I'm not going to go through all of these slides because it's a fairly long presentation, but this is an email marketing presentation that I do with Robley and for Robley. I think Robley is doing a lot of things right. I have changed and started using them for my own email marketing. So I wanted to share with you some of the reasons why. As you know, I've been in business 5 years, and if you've been to any of my presentations, I usually present with another company. And I do still work with that other company. And there are some clients that I'm still going to bring them to, but there are a lot more clients that I'm going to send to Robley from now on. So let me tell you why that is. So email marketing today, it's still the #1 converting channel. Retain your clients. I'm going to go through these kind of quickly because I'm not going through every single slide. But return on your investment. Email marketing is still very affordable. Your time invested, how much are you paying for other marketings? The premium email for Robley starts at $15 a month. And so it's, again, very affordable to get started. How do people see your emails, desktop or mobile? Make sure that your emails are being opened and being able to be seen no matter how people are opening. 31% of emails are open on iPhone, 22% on Gmail. And as you know, Gmail usually gets sent over into promotions. Apple iPad, only 6% is over on Outlook. So make sure that your emails are mobile friendly. Are you using an email provider that is mobile responsive? So it changes the size of your pictures based on what people are opening it on. That is a question to look at. That is a question to ask about. Ooh, let me make sure that I'm real quick. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take myself off for a while so y'all can see the slides. Think about email now as a one-to-one communication versus how we used to do the spray and pray method. You want to do smaller emails. Just because someone joins your list, you might not have to tell them as much about what you do, but what you offer them. Think about how you are solving their pain points. Make sure that is much more about what you are talking about in your emails. Banner blindness. If you are on any websites today, do you even see any of the banner ads that are across the way? We don't see them anymore. They're being clicked on at like, I don't know, a 1% right now, but your inbox, you're looking at every day, multiple times a day. So you are at least seeing who is in your inbox. You may not be opening the emails, but you're seeing how it is. Once you think about your own emails for a while, when you go through, even if you're sitting there looking, you have your phone, look at your inbox right now and look at that list and think, who sent it and what do they want? So that is what you want to be thinking about when you are putting together your emails. If somebody wants to know, what can I do for them? What do my viewers want when they send their emails? Why did they send it? Scan what's in it for me. They just look through it. They're going to make a decision in 2 seconds as to whether to really read that email. So make sure that you are using a from name that is recognizable. I had somebody who sent out their emails and they started using the initials of their company, and the initials of their company is LOL. The first time that I got something, I almost deleted it because I thought it was some spammer. It was not recognizable. I did not have enough of a relationship with them to recognize that they were now LOL. The pre-header, if you're not filling in that pre-text, you can see here on the slide where it says last chance to save 10%, 6 desk essentials you need. That is the pre-header text, those first words of a email, and you need to think about, okay, this is going to show up on somebody's mobile phone or in their preview of their emails. How can I make sure that those words are good? So if you want something new, you've got to stop doing something old. So, and you're thinking, oh, email's old, so I need to stop doing email. No, you need to stop the old habits of how you are emailing. Don't send everything you send to all of your entire list. Start figuring out how you can segment your list down to where you are sending emails that person wants to get, something that they have indicated that they want, that you are sending them just the emails that still are applicable to what they want. You can have links to other things of what is going on in that email, but your main email should be what is going on. Don't call it an email marketing newsletter. It's not a newsletter anymore. Would you be willing to help me by giving a donation, or would you be willing to help by giving a donation? Every penny counts. Oops, this is now going like on automatically. So add a little exclamation. So I want you, when you finish this, find an email on your phone of a company that you like. Why do you like it? Why did you open it? And maybe even what you disliked about it. I want you to think about that before you start writing your next email. Here is what I really wanted to share today. This email best practices. These are the industry best practices for today. 2 to 3 branded colors. So if you do not know your website colors, if you do not know the colors that are in your logo, get with your graphic designer, make sure that they do it. Or if you're working with somebody on their emails, tell them the 2 or 3 colors that you want them to pick out of your logo, and only use those 2 to 3 colors in the main parts of your email, for your headers, for your buttons, and things like that. Don't go, I'm still getting an email from this company, and they have about 5 or 6 different colors. And, I'm sure that it looks good on some things, but we want to be simple. So 2 to 3 branded colors, only 1 to 2 fonts. So decide those 1 to 2 fonts that you like and only use those. So don't go into 3 or 4 fonts. I want one font for my headlines. I want another font for my buttons and another font for my text. No, 1 to 2 fonts only. You can bold and do things with that. 1 to 3 images, and your logo may be one of those images. So very few images. just 1 to 3, and make those images count. So don't just use an image to use an image. Limit the amount of links. The last email that I sent out actually did have more links, but they were all important. I couldn't decide what to click, but I only got 1 or 2 clicks, because if you have too many links in there, people can't decide what they want to click on, so they decide to click on nothing. So be very specific with your email. 1 to 3 links. Limit the amount of links or buttons or things that you want people to click on. 1 video that is 30 seconds or less, or incorporate a GIF. I use the GIFs a lot. I take my YouTube videos and I have a GIFit, G-I-F-I-T, and I make it into a GIF so that the email has something moving in it, but then I do the big arrow to carry people saying, hey, click this to watch the video. Movement is good. Okay, looking at this slide, I actually learned something, and I'm going to test it this week to see if I can put a video that is 30 seconds or less into my Robly emails, because I've been using GIFs, so that I need to test that to see if I can put in a video that's 30 seconds or less into an email and have it part of the email. That excited me. I hope it excites you too. So, industry best practices. Your from email matches the from name. So again, some people are going to look at the name, some people are going to look at the email, make sure that they match, make sure they're recognizable. I get so many emails from Alex. Well, I know about 5 different Alexes, and so it took me a while to figure out that this was some spammer that just put me on his email list, probably got my name off of LinkedIn and added me without my permission. So I've unsubscribed from his list, but don't just put your first name. Unless you're Cher or Madonna, we need our first and last names. The name is recognizable. Don't use an abbreviation. Make sure your subject line does not sound spammy. Your subject line needs to be 4 to 7 words, very short, and nothing like free if you opt in. You know, the word free, you're going to get sent into a spam folder almost every time. A lot of times email receivers, email companies like AOL and all will block something that has the free sound in it. So make sure that your subject line incorporates a call to action, i.e. register today. And the subject line questions uses the number of interest. So people are going to unsubscribe. Don't take it personally. I now thank people when they unsubscribe, because they weren't going to be in my audience anyway. They weren't. If they don't have 2 minutes to read and delete one of my emails versus unsubscribing, then it may not be that we're not doing anything wrong. They're just not our customer. So thank them. You're not wasting time on them anymore, and you can move on to the people who are interested in getting what you need to get, you know, who want to work with you. So what is the #1 reason people subscribe or unsubscribe from a list? They get irrelevant content, or they get too many emails. And too many emails doesn't necessarily mean, well, they sent me an email every week. If it was irrelevant content, if it wasn't content that I wanted or content that I expected to get, then it would be too many. If I signed up for a restaurant's daily menu, I expect to get that email every day. That would not be too many emails. So I think about that. What is too many? It's going to mean different things for different industries. Set up that expectation. I send out my emails once a month, or if it's for a particular event, I set that up, that expectation up when I start sending somebody some emails. So start testing. We're going to talk about this. Stay educated. Robly.com does have some good educational information, as does other email marketing blogs. Go through and look those. On my Twitter account, I share a lot of good information about email marketing from lots of different companies. So if you follow me on Twitter, and my Twitter is McDowell Ellen, so I do it backwards. Instead of Ellen McDowell. That was already taken. I'm at McDowell Ellen. And you can always call me if you need help. So here's why I switched to Robly. It is reliable and easy to use. So you're not going to really lose it. They have support, 24/7 chat support available through knowledge base, videos. They have chat available during the day, blogs and resources, lots of videos. And of course, you have me that you can call on. Here's what I liked, the open gen technology. So I put together my regular email campaigns, and the open gen that they call it, and they've trademarked it, I can choose to resend that email campaign 1 to 10 days later to anybody who didn't open it the first time. So I can change the subject line, maybe find some new keywords, and remind people, hey, this is your last chance to register. I don't want to say, did you miss this? Although that also can work. But I love this. I don't have to go in and redesign a new email. I can use the same email and have them send it 1 to 10 days later with a different subject line. That was a game changer for me, being able to do that technology. And that has opened, I don't get the 50%, I get 30% more opens with that second one. It has helped me a lot. There are people getting 50% more opens with this technology. And then this one, this Robly Artificial Intelligence. I turn that on, and Robly just starts reading when my clients are opening their emails. And so over the course of time, my email to them starts getting sent at the time they are most likely to open. So I know one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, how do I know what time to send my email? And you don't know the best time for everybody. And with Robly, you don't have to anymore. It has the artificial intelligence so that I can say, over the course of the next 24 hours, if it's a little more timely, I may only say 6 hours, send it to when they are most likely to open it over this 24-hour period. And it works. I get my emails because I get it at 2 different addresses. And the one that I open more often gets sent first versus the one that I open at night gets sent a little later in the day. I really like that. So that actually is not true anymore. I don't have that link. So those are some things that I liked about Robly, that artificial intelligence, resending it again, thinking about your subject line. Something they don't mention, and that is adding tags and separating your list out. That is something that we need to start doing. Sending out all of your emails to everybody on your list. That is what we would be doing if we were doing it the old way. So start kind of tagging, okay, if all of these people are going to click on my link about my Facebook Live workshop, then I'm going to tag them with Facebook Live and start sending them information, or maybe even my blog post if I write about Facebook Lives. Not going to send it to everybody. Maybe I'm not going to send it to the people who are only interested in LinkedIn. So start doing that with your emails, looking at the reports and figuring out, how can I segment this list to where I'm sending people the emails that they are interested in hearing about. So if anybody has any questions, y'all let me know. You can type them in the chat. You can even, I'm going to do the stop share. You can even click, there's a join broadcast. If you want to come on screen with me and ask the question face to face, you click join broadcast, you choose your camera, or you can just choose your audio. Love to have you come on, ask your question face to face. Do know that I put these on my YouTube channel. So, I will have that. But I still think that email marketing, when done right, is a viable way. Make it short. Use bullet lists. I think I must have fast forwarded through or didn't wait enough for the thing to do, but don't write out a novel anymore. Don't go, oh my gosh, I've got to write my newsletter, because you shouldn't be writing, long newsletters anymore. Do your 3 tips of the week and make them bullet points. That's the kind of thing we want. They want it to be able to scan the information. And if they want more information, then put it in a blog post and have them click, I have more details here on my blog post, or here's a great article from entrepreneur.com that makes these points. I thought it was relevant. I wanted to share it with you. And that way you can segment, tag the people who click on to learn more. And either you've written a blog post, you've gotten them on your website, woohoo, or you've at least shared some good information and been able to say, hey, these people wanted to know more about email marketing. They clicked this link. Let me tag them with email. And as I do more stuff with email, I'm just going to send it to the people on this link because they're interested in email. This list is interested in Facebook Live. This is interested in broadcasting. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that